the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
Welcome to a special season of 5-minute biographies on the first 10 British Prime Ministers, while we wait for season 17 of the regular show to commence. Today we bring you episode 5, Thomas Pelham-Holles. Thomas Pelham-Holles, 1st Duke of Newcastle, was a central figure in 18th century British politics, wielding significant influence during a period of considerable change and development. He was destined to become one of the most prominent Whig politicians of his time, serving as Prime Minister and Secretary of State during his lengthy career. Thomas Pelham-Holles was born into a wealthy and influential family on July 21, 1693. His father, Thomas Pelham, 1st Baron Pelham, was a prominent Whig politician, and his mother, Grace Holles, was the daughter of Gilbert Holles, 3rd Earl of Clare. This illustrious lineage provided Pelham-Holles with the perfect platform for a political future. He was educated at Westminster School and then at Clare College, Cambridge, institutions that were traditional breeding grounds for future statesmen. Pelham-Holles entered the House of Commons in 1711 as the Member of Parliament for Seaford, following in the footsteps of his father and uncle. His early political career was marked by his close association with Robert Walpole, the de facto first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Walpole's patronage was instrumental in Pelham-Holles' rise within the Whig Party, and he quickly became a key figure in the administration. In 1714, Pelham-Holles' career took a significant turn when George I ascended to the throne. The Whigs, strong supporters of the Hanoverian succession, were rewarded with positions of power. Pelham-Holles was appointed Lord Chamberlain and elevated to the peerage as Earl of Clare in 1714. This was followed by his creation as Duke of Newcastle upon Tyne in 1715, a title that cemented his status among the British aristocracy. An interesting footnote is that Pelham-Holles spent his whole political career in the House of Lords rather than the House of Commons because of his title. His most influential period began in 1724 when he was appointed Secretary of State for the Southern Department, a position he held for an unprecedented 30 years. During this time he was responsible for foreign policy and was crucial in shaping Britain's relations with Europe. His tenure saw the negotiation of numerous treaties and alliances that were pivotal in maintaining the balance of power on the continent. Pelham-Holles' first tenure as Prime Minister began in 1754, following the death of his brother, Henry Pelham, who had been serving as Prime Minister. His leadership was characterized by his commitment to the Whig principles of constitutional monarchy, religious tolerance, and the promotion of commerce. However, his tenure was not without challenges. The 7 Years' War, which took place between 1756 and 1763, dominated his time in office, and despite his efforts, the war proved to be a financial and military strain on Britain. His second term as Prime Minister from 1757 to 1762 was marked by a coalition with William Pitt the Elder, who served as Secretary of State. This partnership was somewhat uneasy, with Newcastle handling the government's political and administrative aspects, while Pitt focused on military strategy. Together they managed to steer Britain through some of the most turbulent years of the war. After stepping down as Prime Minister in 1762, Newcastle remained influential in British politics. He was created Duke of Newcastle under Lyne in 1756, a title that acknowledged his lifelong service to the nation. Despite retiring from active politics, he continued to be consulted on important matters of state until his death. Thomas Pelham-Holles died on November 17, 1768, at his residence in Lincoln's Inn Fields, London. He was buried in All Saints' Church, Lawton, Sussex, a place with significant family connections. His death marked the end of an era in British politics, as he had been one of the last of the great Whig politicians who had dominated the political landscape since the Glorious Revolution of 1688. Pelham-Holles' contributions to British politics were significant, yet his career was not without controversy. He was often criticised for his handling of the 7 Years' War and his tendency to prioritise political alliances over military strategy. His political acumen was sometimes overshadowed by accusations of nepotism and patronage, which were common in his era's politics, but often led to inefficiencies and corruption. Despite these criticisms, Pelham-Holles' legacy as a skilled politician and statesman endures. He played a crucial role in establishing and maintaining the Whig dominance in British politics during the first half of the 18th century. His foreign policy efforts helped secure Britain's position as a significant European power, and his commitment to the principles of constitutional government laid the groundwork for the modern British political system. Thanks for listening to 5-Minute Biographies. Please check out our other biographies at 5minutebiographies.com and on YouTube at 5minutebiographies.com/YouTube.